What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Jumping in today with some Black Desert Online, specifically going over the updates for the patch notes for June 5th, 2024, or what we can call the no tools update now. But let's jump in and talk about it. All right, so the biggest update inside these patch notes literally come to how tools for gathering and fishing are going to work. Basically, you're no longer going to have these tools in your inventory. So there's no inventory slot needed to be taken up. And that's kind of cool. I'm trying to figure out exactly where they're going with this, but we got to let them cook because it's kind of weird. They have the Liana's bag that we've basically been using to store our tools, and now we don't have a Liana's bag to store our tools. So that's basically been supplanted by this new system here. So it's no longer a bag, no longer a thing, but essentially what you're able to do is equip your tools directly onto your equipment interface in a separate tab. So if you can see here, this is your normal equipment, and then right at the top for life skills, you can see there's now life skill tools that can be equipped. So effectively what this allows you to do is you don't have to equip that tool. So I'm assuming this tool slot will go away in the future, and you can just begin doing whatever it is that you want to do. So if you're out in the world and you're gathering, you just simply start gathering. You know, if you're fluid collecting, you simply start fluid collecting. If you're fishing, so here you notice that up in the upper left hand corner where, you know, all of your horses and things like that was, there's now a toolbar here for fishing and harpooning that's available in there, so that way you can switch out between your fishing gear and your harpooning gear, so that way the effect is applied. It's the only one that doesn't like have an automatic, like you're going to begin doing something. So let's take a look at the patch notes and we'll get a little bit more into this, because it was very interesting to me. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this one, but I'll give my opinion on that in a second. So let's take a look at the patch notes for this one. So family integration and the gathering and fishing tools. So this was, I guess, stage 2 in their path to, consolidate things and make, family gathering and stuff a little bit easier. So what we are seeing is this slide towards, I guess you could call these quality of life type features, to make it easier for playing. Yeah, let's read these. So they changed the gathering and fishing so you can engage in life skill activities without equipping a tool. That's not quite true, because we're still equipping tools, right? So you can now lumber without equipping the tool. You can fluid collect without equipping the tool. The hoe, butcher knife, tanning knife, pickaxe, and your fishing rods. All of these can be done without equipping a tool. That's not exactly true. You still have to equip a tool. It's just not a manual equip every single time that you do them, like I just showed you guys. So you can see it's going to be, as gathering and fishing can now be enjoyed without equipping tools. Basic life tools obtained from NPC shops, quest rewards, and crafting are scheduled for deletion in a future update. So I don't know if maybe these notes, like, they're usually cool with this, so it doesn't make sense, because it's not that these tools, I don't know why they're saying they're going to schedule these for deletion in the future. I think I'm a little confused about these, to be perfectly honest, because why are you deleting something that I still really have to quit? Okay, so if you go to the family tool window for gathering feature, it allows all your characters within a family to share gathering and fishing tools within the integration life skill levels across the family, and shift to family shared equipment for gathering and fishing. You can now enjoy these activities. So you're literally telling me that I still have to put tools onto my character, and the notes just kind of read weird. Like, I'm still equipping tools, I'm just not having to micromanage and equip the tools. So I'm thinking like what they're meaning by this is, like, if you see the icon here, is that maybe they're going to get rid of all of like the basic, the magic stuff like that, and then it's just going to be the tools that you basically level up yourself, and now you have those tools and they're all going to take you to a certain level, and you can now have those equipped inside there. So maybe that's what it is, and maybe that's just reading wrong. So you can see the equipable tools are still all of these things. So I don't know, maybe that's what it is. In my opinion, it's, here goes the one thing that's like a little bit of like a disappointment somewhat in there, is just the fact that, I don't know, like it takes away some of the realism of what Black Desert has with inside of it. You know, that's a feature we've seen in plenty other MMOs where I just, you know, can go and collect and gather things and stuff like that. And this kind of makes it more in line with that, although I still have to have tools to do these things and level those tools up. I don't know. It's like a mixed bag, but, you know, I'll leave that to like the life skillers to basically, I'm like a mini life skiller. I do fishing and I'll do like, you know, some hunting and stuff like that here and there, some husbandry as well. But other than that, I'm just like, you know, I don't really do like the hard, like deep sea fishing and stuff. But you can see here, when those tools are equipped, if you're playing like on console and stuff like that, there's going to be a life ring, or if you were using the controller functions, there's a life ring, so that way when you're standing near waters or elements, you can do them. I already showed you where it is inside of, you know, PC gaming. So that's where the life skill is. So it's good. I don't mind it. So it says seasoned characters and life mastery gear as well. So I guess people were asking for their seasoned characters to be able to equip the life gear as well. So people are going to be able to do that. I don't find anything wrong with that. It's a little weird that they hadn't had that before. So here we have 2 years of global self-publishing. The Black Spirit accessories and map returns. So I think people will be excited about this. Let's take a look at that. So here we go. Summon the Black Spirit and accept the event Touchy Feely Heart to Heart quest. Complete up to event Now You're Making Me Blush to obtain special earrings and visors. I actually really like this visor. I'm a fan of the Black Spirit and like what they've done with the evolution of what it was. It's a really cool character to me, and this visor looks really cool to me. I like the visor. I want to wear that visor for sure. So you can see here, you can view the accessories. So I think a lot of people probably want to get those. So just go find Kuko and Heidel. He'll complete the quest event The World They Live In for furniture item as well. And then the blood-eyed earrings and a visor will also be available. So it looks really cool to me. It looks so villainous. I definitely want to wear it. Furniture items and rewards. So you can see as well here, these are some of the furniture items that are available from Kuko's line. Make sure you complete these, because like these are really just good furniture items to just essentially have, and then they can raise your passive furniture score. If you're not one of those house builders where you're trying to get like 30,000, 50,000 score, it's cool. Like I don't do it either. I have 2 houses, and it's so time consuming for me to just even think about doing those events, but it is what it is, right? So then we have the Guild League personal rewards. Earn loot with honor every 5 battles. So this is going to be going from June 5th to July 3rd. Yeah, you know, like I really want to get into PvP in this game. These are not bad rewards. You can see every 25 matches, you're going to collect a classic outfit box, 30 matches, premium outfit box. So they're distributed based on the Guild League participation. So you need to be participating in that. I really want to get into that. I don't think we have like that's not our type of guild. So it's like weird. Yeah, I want to get into PvP though, but I'm working on my gear to basically get up to PvP. So we'll see that. Then we have new offers from Patrigio, head of the Crow Merchant Guild. So he's going to be offering things like mythical sensors, sturdy forest threads, wagon registration, and even Garmoth's horn now at Patrigio. So go take a look at Patrigo between now and the 19th, because he's going to be available most times in the nighttime. Like you can see, he's going to be in a couple of different places. So this is where he usually is in Velia. It's right near what is it, the training dummies over there, just across the way from there. So he's gonna appear there every nighttime, and he'll disappear after 40 minutes. So you can see mythical sensors, the sturdy forest thread, the wagon registration, and then Garmoth's horn are gonna be available. You can see as well, he's gonna have the Advice of Valks, choose your Krogdalo's horse gear for box, wind, earth, and sea. Mythical sensors, the Garmoth horn. He's gonna have the statues for all of the for all of the bosses. Well, not all of them. Karanda, Kazarka, Nuver, and Kutum. And then, you know, he's going to have a couple of other items in there as well, furniture items. These are really cool. So I would like go get these. You know what I mean? Like even the Kutarans Ashen Leaf is going to be available for you. I don't really care for the Layla's Petals. I've gotten my fairy, but you know, I'm good there. So these are some really good items that he's basically going to be going to be selling. So just look at the gold. Remember that I think still to basically refresh with him is going to cost you energy. So make sure you take a character over there that has some energy for you, so that way you can refresh him. But those are some really good items that he's going to be selling. So go take a look at those items and see Patrio. He's in Velia. I think he's in other places too, though. So we've got some class changes. The Black Spirit's Rage Absorption revamp. So they changed how the skill works. So they changed the skill name from Rage Absorption Common to Rage Absorption. I can't speak this morning. So you can see here all AP was what it was before. Now they're going to raise even crit hit rate for all AP and crit hit rate. And then at 200%, it's going to be all AP 55, max HP 2000, crit hit rate. So this is really good. I like to use the Rage Absorption. Matter of fact, I use Tungrads as well. Excuse me, I use Tungrads, and I think the Tungrads just went through a revamp as well, and I didn't do a video on it, to be perfectly honest, and I don't have any of the Tungrads on there. But let's see. So if I go to Central Marketplace, open Central Market, and then we can go to purchase, and we can say Tungrads. I believe there was an update, or there should be an update coming for the way the Tungrad accessories work. So you can see, yeah, it's already been activated. So you can see here the Tungrad accessory, the 3-set effect of it was getting your Black Spirit Rage up to 20% for just the item effect, and then for a 3-set effect it was Black Spirit's Rage 30%, and then the 5-set effect of Tungrad now is going to be all AP plus 12. Now I think this is a good upgrade overall for the to try to keep the Tungrad set somewhat in line with the Deboreka set. But if you look over at the Deborekas, so you can see here at pin, what is this, 35 and 35 on a Tungrad necklace, all AP plus 12. So if you go look at Deboreka's, which is still going to probably be best in slot, I don't think that is going to necessarily compete with people in the mind state of that, because you're getting 40-40 and you're getting 20 AP from that. So 12 to 20 AP, you're battling between your rage absorption and this. So you're basically losing out on 8 AP because it's a 30% rage absorption. But I mean, depending on how you look at that AP, like I really like the idea of having my rage absorption up. So I don't know, maybe I'll keep that and just keep rolling with it. So yeah, it's one of those things. So we'll have to pay attention to that overall, but that's my feelings on it. So I probably would go down. I think the Tungrad is going to be probably cheaper than the than Deboreka's, but you could have that stat sheet AP or that behind the sheet AP, I guess. Guild positions and authorities have been separated, so now they can appoint staff and set their authorities a lot easier in the management system. I think this is pretty cool. If you're a guild leader, this should make things a whole lot easier for you to manage in terms of officers and who's got this and who can accept missions and stuff like that. So like you see here, quartermaster, cannoneer, mission specialist, you can accept and complete missions. That's the only role that I'd prefer, is this, as long as I'm on, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna accept these. And then you can see the authorities basically that you're allowed to set in the activity. So if you're a guild leader, this should make things like, oh, I'm so goddamn stupid, I forgot that it was down here. So then we talk about the Tungrad accessories and their 3-set and 5-set effects. I like the Tungrad set. So I've already, on my main character, I think I have the belt, I have a necklace, and I have a ring. So I'm already getting the 3-set effect basically from there. I think at this point it's probably easier for me to go into getting the 2 additional pieces and having the 5-set effect from the Tungrads, my all AP, and my So I think it's probably going to be an easier path, because I think I was using like Crescent Guardian Ring, and then from Jatina's Quest, and then I was using a Kaposha earring. So I might as well just switch those out and just go full Tungrad, get my Black Spirit's Rage Absorption and all AP as well. So we'll see about that. So you can see here, as previous now sealed from closed events that are no longer in use have been converted to reward seal. The following items are integrated into reward seals. So any of the previous event items that you basically had in your seals, which it was a really good system that they added in as well, because it made it easy to get to the seals up here. Now you can basically exchange those items for these items here. So of interest to me are, you know, your fruits, your brilliance, your mysterious conches, and then your Garmoth scales in here. But obviously Cron stones will always be something that people need as well. So they changed Fugar's fishing rod to be equipable by both regular and seasoned characters, and they changed the item type required to complete some of the collection objectives, excuse me, in Dev's encyclopedia. So you can see Scorching Sun Shard, Scorching Sun Crystal, and Scorching Sun Gemstones. So they changed the item category of Marnie's research, and then they improved the placement of furniture inside the manor and for Ovia sets inside there. So of course, going along with some of the items, we also have items will not listed below will remain the same for crafting and so forth. So then we've got a bunch of monster improvements and stuff like that, and the mount locations as well. And then here we go, quest and knowledge, Garmoth weekly region quest. Well, isn't this just a happy little update? The weekly quest for subjugating the Crimson Dragon Garmoth is getting a bit easier. Now you don't have to go to Cacao to pick up the quest. Just step into Garmoth's nest and the region quest will activate automatically. This means you can focus all your energy on taking down Garmoth. It's not a huge update, but it's something many adventurers, especially new ones, have had a little difficulty with. We're just delighted to share this bit of good news with y'all. So like, yeah, I don't know, this is, I think there's some people that basically go into Garmoth, forget that they don't have the quest, and then they try to complete, they complete Garmoth, and then they're like, I didn't get the rewards because, you know. So I don't know, like you can still defeat him to obtain rewards up to 3 times a week. I would just like to see this upgrade to like 5 times a week essentially, but I get the idea is that you're supposed to, Garmoth's heart is supposed to be like an end game type thing to get, so I have to consider that. So as long as you join in, you'll have the weekly looting Garmoth, and you can see here it's 1 out of 1, 3 out of 1, you get it, right? So Node and Conquest Wars, there's a bunch of buffs basically going to the area. So you can see now, I do like the fact that like, so if in Belenos and Serendias, for instance, the gear score is 550, so now it makes the entry point for a lot more players, because I could go and do Belenos and Serendia. I think I could do Medea and Valencia, but I'm like on the cusp right now. And then in Calpheon and Calm Sylvia, there's no things, but then you can see here the victory reward buff for those extra AP against monsters, plus 25, item drop rate, plus 25, life mastery skill. And I think like for me, this is where I kind of want to be perfectly honest, but we'll see. Arena of Solaire. I want to get involved in that too. I really want to. I want to be the best assassin that there ever was. So anyways, so the system death penalty changed that, so no death penalties occur if you die to a monster within a certain time period while in combat with another adventurer on the Arsha Anonymous server. So let's get there. And then we've got a bunch of little fixes and changes that they basically implemented down there. And that's about everything going on for the update for June 5th. It's a very nice update in terms of skills and improvements, and especially if you're talking about grads, this is a really good update that I think it should appease most players. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me bring you guys content on a more frequent basis for a variety of games and things like that I do. I'm going to post some videos later today, probably of some content from the Destiny's 2 Final Shape, if you're interested in that. And it just helps me bring out content like that, so that way I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, because people are viewing the channel and they're liking and subscribing, which helps me grow this channel. Until next time, guys, peace.